Alrighty guys, welcome back to a brand new video with me, Satellite Scopes. Today I'm going to be showing you the most iconic cars in Fast and Furious that you should have in your GTA Online garage in 2020. Now most of these cars actually came out before 2020, but I have a few cars in this selection that have came out this year or last year that are more up to date, so you guys should know that. But I'm going to show you what cars are the best to have, what cars look like the most compared to Fast and Furious. So we'll get straight into it. First up is the Jester, the Dinka Jester Classic. Now this is based off the Mark IV Supra that Paul Walker drove in Fast and Furious. This car is the 10-second car, as they called it, and Dom and Brian purchased this car and basically done it up because Brian owed him that car before they raced the Mitsubishi Eclipse, and he lost, so then it got blew up, and basically Brian just owed him this car. This car in GTA is awesome. We have the amazing livery on the side, and it actually is called 10-minute, I think, 10-minute livery. But I'm just going to keep flying through these. We've got the Dom's Charger, which is the Imponte Jukes. Now recently Rockstar have added the engine to the engine cover, like flaps, the intake, where the red circles are, they open, but that's only on the new Imponte Jukes. I tried it on this one, but it actually still doesn't work. As you can see, I'll probably do the upgrade, but all these cars are awesome, and the thing I like about this car is that it wheelies. When you hold the handbrake and rev the car and then just plant it, take off the handbrake, it wheelies, which is awesome because that actually happens in Fast and Furious when Brian and Dom are racing together. Brian's in the Supra and Dom's in the Charger. Then he hits the train, which is unfortunate because this car got wrecked, but it gets rebuilt and it's awesome. You can see the similarities compared to it. Obviously this is a big car, big Charger, more horsepower, everything, and Rockstar have basically added that into GTA to make it look like that. Now, most of these cars that I have all different modifications to look like Fast and Furious. So that's why I'm kind of creating them as the most iconic cars, because you can see that they resemble them the most. As you can see here, the intakes do not open. It's only on the new one, and I only realized this. And you also have it on different other cars, like the Gauntlet Classic and stuff like that now, which is pretty cool, but for ours, it's staying closed. Next up, we have the Maibatsu Penumbra. Now, in 2020, we got the Penumbra FF in the summer special update. So this car is actually changed, and I'll show you the different version of it. They both have the exact same livery, which is awesome. And as you can see here, this Penumbra FF, this is it right now. And it resembles the Fast and Furious Mitsubishi Eclipse a lot more than just the normal Penumbra FF. As you can see, the lights at the front are perfect. We've still got the neons. We've still got all the livery. And to be quite honest, the bottom stickers actually sit very well with this car. A lot more better than the Penumbra FF. And as you can see, even the back lights, the whole bar across it, resembles the Mitsubishi Eclipse a lot more. As I crashed the car, I didn't really mean that. But this car is actually a really, really torquey car. It's very fast, and obviously because it's a sports, it will be quite fast. Just not as fast as a supercar. But why would you class this as a supercar? It's more of a street, car, and people love this car. It's an awesome car, and this is definitely the most iconic car across all GTA 5. 100%. This is the very most iconic car you'll ever get that will create that Fast and Furious atmosphere in GTA 5. And I'm really pleased that Rockstar have added this car. It was a very long time coming. And even the liveries, Rockstar have kind of caught on to all the car guys, the Fast and Furious, and they're making cars just to suit Fast and Furious now, which is absolutely awesome. It's awesome for the content for the channel, and yeah, it's crazy. But this is the old one right now. As you can see, it's more of a round body, so it doesn't really suit it as much. Going on to the pizza guy, this is Leon's Skyline. It's basically an R33, but because Rockstar kind of combine cars, so it's like an R33, an R34, and an R32. As you can see, the backlights are more like an R32, and then the front of it's more like an R34. But we still have the livery on this one, the pizza guy livery. So yeah, that's from Fast and Furious. So moving on to Too Fast Too Furious, this is the Sultan RS we're using, and we're using for the Mitsubishi Evo. You guys probably know this a lot. It is another iconic car, very well known, and basically Roman and Brian, this is Brian's car, he picks it, and Roman picks the convertible Mitsubishi Eclipse Spider. Moving on to the Skyline, this one is it's an R34, and you have the neons. It's a very iconic car. We still have the same livery that they have in Fast and Furious, which is awesome. But as you see in the nighttime, there's various pictures of the Skyline at nighttime with the neons. So that's awesome the way that's been added, and it creates the look of the car just to be perfect. And but that's the R34 version of this car. So we'll just drive into the garage. Moving on to the Honda Civic. Now, we did use a Sultan RS for this. This is our 8th car. Our 7th car, actually. Last was our 6th. But as you see, the Sultan RS, it's not like a Honda Civic, but it's the most... this is the car that looks like the Honda Civic the most. For Fast and Furious. And if you have 3 of these lined up, if you have 3 of your friends or 2 of your friends plus you, 3 of these really do make it, and it just looks exactly like the Fast and Furious, and it's an awesome car as well. It isn't as close as a Honda Civic, but it's the closest car you'll probably get in GTA 5 until they add the Honda Civic. This is the closest car that you'll get, and it's class. 2-door, everything, we got it. So moving on to Suzuki's S2K, S2000. Basically, we created this car with the Banshee 900R. I know it doesn't really look similar, but because of the livery on the side, it does make it look a lot more like the Fast and Furious than any other car in the game. We still have the pink neons that she has. And this is another iconic car in GTA 5 to represent Fast and Furious. A lot of people like this car, and a lot of people actually don't know that the Banshee kind of represents it. Obviously, we know the Banshee is a Dodge Viper, and we have used it for RX7s and things like that. That's really it. Okay, so we are moving on to our another most iconic cars. We have the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. We have the Evo that Sean tries to drift. He learns to drift in this Evo. Obviously, it's a 4-wheel drive car, so it's harder to drift in. But in GTA 5, it's actually a 2-wheel drive car. I'm most positive. And this is actually classed as a super car, the Sultan RS. Just because it moves so fast, this is probably one of the fastest sports cars. It should have been a sports car, but it turned into a supercar just because of its speed. And it's an awesome car. You can see that the livery on the side is identical to Tokyo Drift as well. There's nothing really much to say about this car. It looks awesome, and it represents Fast and Furious a lot. And moving on to our final car, we have the Tokyo Drift RX7. Now, this is Hans RX7, and he actually ends up crashing it. He unfortunately dies, but he's returning. He's returning. He's came back, guys. I don't know why. I don't know how. But he came back, and this is the Banshee 900R. Now, as you've seen, we use Suzuki's S2000 to represent the S2000 with the Banshee 900R. Now we're representing the Tokyo Drift RX7 with the Banshee 900R. So this is a car that we have a lot of liveries on, a lot of things to choose from, and basically it comes from that. That's why we use it quite a lot in our videos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you have any comments on what you think is the most iconic cars, I'll be doing a top 20 very soon. So hopefully you guys stick around for that. And hope you enjoy the daily uploads with the car builds. And every daily upload at 7:30 PM BST, which is UK time, British Standard Time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a like. Also comment what you think. And as always guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!